Northwest Focus Midgets has been a blast.
No, you can't compare it to any other sport out there. It's not like any ball sport or anything like that. When you're going down the straightaway at 100 plus miles an hour and you got a car that's 2 inches from you or less than a foot from you on the inside and you both go in and throw it into the corner, you just have to trust that it's going to stick.
Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight we're bringing you the Dirt New Zealand round number 2. The Midget series, we come to the Lanier National Speedway. My name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this Sunday evening. Just to give you an update on what's going on at the moment, you'll see a couple of cars on the infield at the moment. We've got about 16 drivers in the pits here tonight. And what is going to happen at the moment, drivers are just getting a bit of a talking to from the race control. So, a bit of a driver's briefing going on at the moment. Then we're going to get into 3 heat races. Each driver will have 2 heat races. So, you obviously have a somewhere near the front start and somewhere near the back start, or you have sort of 2 middles, just depending on how the pill draw has actually gone. But 3 heat races in total. Each driver has a total of 2 heat races. Then we'll get set into a pole shuffle. No B main required here tonight, but then we're going to get set into the main event after tonight's pole shuffle. Last week was round number 1 at Lanier. It was a fairly good night of racing with some of the best New Zealand and Australia drivers taking battle at Lanier. Tonight we come to Lanier, the virtual racetrack that is no longer with us. Had a bit of dirt thrown on it. So hopefully tonight my trading paints is going to work. So we're slightly getting these drivers just a little bit more of a hot lap session. Yeah, so then we'll have 3 heat races, so stick around for that one. At the moment, the fastest man over the past 55 minutes in practice has been Jordan McDonald with a 14.292. Callan Arthur, Colby Baker, James Halliburton, Murray Howell rounded out your top 5. Ben McSweeney, Jared Steen, Bailey Clive, Grant Brown, Isaac Edwards, Stefan Adams, Robert Bowden, Cameron Tanner, Nathan Clive, Shannon Adamson, Gavin Sadler is now into the server as well, and Griffin Gardiner. In fact, that'll give us 17 drivers. As we've just got about a little bit over 4 minutes of the practice session, so we'll let you watch this one, and then we'll get set into the first of our 3 heat races here tonight. So stick around here on Ultimate Dirt TV. It's going to be a fairly entertaining night as these drivers get set to tackle the Lanier National Speedway. And we're going to just get someone in chat just to let me know that the mic levels are sounding all clear along with the engine volume as well. I'm pretty sure that it's A-OK as far as looking through the programming system. It's looking good, but just to get confirmation from someone in chat. Thank you. So the grid draw's been done at the moment, as we're coming up on less than a minute left here in practice, and seeing the track just starting to change a little bit with a slip line going into the entry into turn numbers 1 and 3. So we're not too far away from rolling into our first of 3 heat races here tonight. Pole shuffle, no B main, as 18 cars are now signed into the pits. So we've had Vince Romeo joining at the server as well, so he'll be a late inclusion into tonight's proceedings as we're coming up on the checkered flag here in practice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Jet TV, heat number 1. Getting set to roll out onto the racetrack at the moment. And we can go through our starting grids here in just a moment. So we can tell you, starting on the pole of heat race number 1 in car number 77, that's going to be James Halliburton. To his outside, car number 86, he's going to be Colby Baker. At a position 3, the 79 of Ben McSweeney will line up alongside the 31 of Stefan Adams. At a position 5, the 14 of Nathan Clive, who will line up alongside car number 35 of Isaac Edwards. At a position 7, it's the 077 of Vince Romeo. In fact, it's going to be James Halliburton. In car number 68, Cameron Tanner will start out of position number 8, the 41 of Grant Brown. He will start out of position number 9, the 83. Shannon Adamson will start out of position 10, the 32 of Callan Arthur will start out of position at number 11. And in car number 10, Murray Howe, he will start out of position number 12. So that is heat race number 1. We've got heat 2 as well as heat 3. They will roll off here in just a moment, but we're going to get through heat race number 1 first. Start to see some of these cars roll out of pit lane as we get set for the first of 3 heat races here tonight, live on Ultimate TV with VLR and Virtual to Reality Esports for sharing the page tonight and sharing the stream. I want to thank WP Concreting as well as the Dirt New Zealand for allowing us to broadcast these races. So 12 cars getting set for heat race number 1. It should be all 12 drivers are in the server. We'll see 11, make that 10 of them, make that 11 now on screen. We're just waiting on one other person. So wait for the cars to roll out of pit road, and then it'll be 10 laps the distance in tonight's heat racing. Here they go, drivers rolling out onto the racetrack. In the 077, Vince Romeo will line up alongside Colby Baker. Go back to McSweeney and the 31, that's Stefan Adams. 14 of Nathan Clive, he's going to line up alongside the 35 of Isaac Edwards. Here we go, heat race number 1 about to roll off of turn number 4. 10 on the board. And we have an accident already. Whoa, Vince Romeo. Stefan Adams involved as we are staying green for the moment. Lap number 1 is not in the box because I dare say that we may have a complete restart here in order. So a complete restart is in order for heat race number 1. Drivers aren't able to get going off the start-finish line. It resulted in the 77. And Vince Romeo finding himself upside down. Alright, heat 1, you're getting set to roll off next time by. So next time by, these drivers will get the green flag. And we're going to see a complete restart for heat race number 1. Vince Romeo and the 86 of Colby Baker. We're about to launch off turn number 4, heat number 1. 10 on the board, and we are green here at Lanier. Romeo with a good start. And Romeo is in the lead on the top side of the racetrack. In fact, make that Ben McSweeney now. In car number 79, he's found his way towards the front. Romeo in second. Third is the 14 of Nathan Clive. Well, he's got Colby Baker on his outside at the moment. And Baker trying to make the top side of the racetrack work. 3 wide into 1 and 2. The 14 of Nathan Clive trying the inside. Oh, Romeo has a big push, and behind him they were 3 wide. And 77 right now. James Halliburton looking for a top 5. Oh, there was contact there. Halliburton got into the side of Callan Arthur. But McSweeney, your race leader. Baker got into the side there. Into the, I think it was Romeo in turn 3 and 4. Clive. That's Nathan Clive on the inside of that 14 machine. Up to position number 2 right now. Into 1 and 2 they run. Romeo's got pressure from the 86 of Colby Baker. They go into 3 and 4. Baker going to dive it down to the low side. Romeo's got the top side working. He takes but second at the line. And a couple of laps left here in heat race number 1. Romeo's found something on the top side of the racetrack. It's taken him a little bit to get going right now. But he's up to position number 2. Clive to the inside. McSweeney, a race leader. A great battle going on for 2nd and 3rd right now, and even 4th. You're throwing in the 86 of Colby Baker off turn number 4. There could be 1 to go at the moment. Baker continuing to work the top side of the racetrack off of turn number 4. McSweeney getting the job done in heat race number 1, and there it is. Ben McSweeney will pick up the win. Vince Romeo comes home in second place. Third is going to go to the 14, the 86 of Colby Baker comes home in fourth. In fifth, the 77 of James Halliburton. Sixth is going to be the 10 of Murray Howe. Seventh, the 41 of Grant Brown. And we go back to Stefan Adams in eighth. Ninth was the 83 of Shannon Adamson. 10th, car number 35 of Isaac Edwards. And Cameron Tanner in car number 68 comes home in 11th place with the 32 of Callan Arthur. A DNF in that one. Should look to have a chat with Ben McSween. I'm not sure whereabouts he is in this one. Well, people don't use their real names in Discord, so no interview with Ben McSweeney, and that'll conclude heat number 1. Heat number 2 about to roll off here in just a moment. We'll have your starting grid for that one. Starting on the pole in car number 4, it's going to be Griffin Gardiner, the 32. Callan Arthur will line up out of position 2. The 71 of Gavin Sadler lines up out of 3. Out of position 4, it's going to be the 41 of Grant Brown. Out of position 5, the number 9 of Jordan McDonald. Out of position 6, the 77. Now, we've got a 0.77 and a 77. So I'm not sure whether it is Vince Romeo or James Halliburton. One of those guys will start out of 6. The other one will start out of position number 12. Out of position 7, car number 16 of Robert Bowden. He's going to line up alongside the 14 of Nathan Clive. Out of position 9, it's going to be the 91 of Jared Steen. To his outside, the 79. That's Ben McSweeney. Out of position at number 11, we have David Sanford. And either Halliburton or Vince Romeo will start out of position at number 12, but we're going to get set for heat race number 2. So waiting on a couple of cars to come out of pit road, and we'll have another 10 laps here around the Lanier National Speedway. So if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Feel free to give the page a like and a bit of a follow. We are live at least 4 to 6 times a week, and I myself will be live on Dirt Collective as well, along with Virtual 2 Reality as well. Tracy, welcome. Hope you had fun at the racetrack. And yeah, that rain is a bit of a curse over the past month of sprint car racing, or just speedway in general. It's certainly been a bit of a kick in the teeth over here as well. So I hope you guys had fun. That's the main thing. So heat 2 about to roll off here at Lanier. We're just waiting on one or two more cars, and then we'll get set to roll off out of pit road and send these drivers around Lanier for 10 laps. In heat race number 2, the second of the 3 heat races here tonight. Oh, we changed the driver shaft, nice. So Griffin Gardner starts on the pole alongside him, the 32 of Callan Arthur. Callan Arthur will be looking to gain some points in this heat race with the DNF in heat race number 1. Wow, Jason. Yeah, our Speedway had a crap ton of rain, and they cancelled it on Thursday, I think it was, 2 days before the show, the 2-hour drive home. Yeah, it can be a long and painful one. Well, heat race number 2 on the track, and we are green here at Lanier. Into turn number 1 and 2, and it's the 4 of Griffin Gardner, who will lead us into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time. Lap 1 is complete. Gavin Sadler in second right now. Working the low side of the racetrack. Callan Arthur, there's contact. I think that's McDonald upside down. It is, the number 9. 2 in the books. Sadler in the race merge. Car number 71, the red, white and black machine. Working the low side, the 4 right now. Gardner works the top side, 3 laps in the books. And Sadler takes over the race lead. Down the back straight away. Sadler just continuing to run the low side of the racetrack. 4 down, 4 to run, the 32 of Callan Arthur. Looking for a top 3, looking to gain as many points as he can here in heat race number 2. This is his second heat race of the night, so this is where he needs to gain as many points as he can. And well, he gets close to that inside wall. And he almost got into the 4 of Griffin Gardner. Now Arthur with a slide job on Gardner. Gardner going to cross back underneath him now. Great battle for second. There's contact there. And well, here comes the 91 of Jared Steen. Starting to catch up to your second and third place cars. In fact, the 91 of Steen looks to the inside there of Gardner. And a great side-by-side, almost 3 wide. Well, Steen goes to the outside of Gardner. And now he's looking to the outside of Callan Arthur. I think we've got 2 remaining. 8 down, 2 to run. This is a great battle and a great scrap going on for the minor placing. Sadler just starting to check out big time right now. This could be the white flag. Into 1 and 2 right now. Steen working on the outside of Arthur. Gets a lot of drive coming up for turn number 2. Going to keep it work to the top side of the racetrack. We've seen Romeo do it. And off for turn number 4, Gavin Sadler. He will pick up the win here in heat race number 2. Second will go to Callan Arthur. Third is going to go to the 91 of Jared Steen. Coming home in 4th is car number 4 of Griffin Gardner. 5th is going to be Vince Romeo. Get back to the 16 of Robert Bowden. The 79, Ben McSweeney. The 14, Nathan Clive. And James Halliburton will round out at 9 cars, finishing in heat race number 2. We have Shannon Adamson, Jordan McDonald. Those 2 drivers a DNF in heat race number 1. So well done to Gavin Sadler. And I know he's here. I know he's got the correct name, so I'll have a chat with our winner, Gavin Sadler. Gav, congratulations on picking up heat race number 2. You better be happy about that.
Cheers for that.
Yeah, what's the track like out there? It looks to be the bottom seems to be a little bit faster than the top at the moment.
Yeah, she's pretty slippery out there, so I just stuck down low where I could find some grip and just went from there.
Alright, well, you still got another heat race to come, I believe. I don't think I've seen you in the first one. Let me look at the grids. No, that you got... Oh, you got a back row start in this one, starting at a position number 10. What do you think it's going to... what's the expectations for heat number 3?
We might have to try the high side this time and see what it's like up there for a bit of fun.
Alright, well, no doubt you got some people you want to thank.
Gavin Sadler Racing.
Alright, nice, quick and simple. Gav Sadler picking up heat race number 1. Heat race number 2. And we're back in just time for heat race number 3, the third and final heat race of the night before tonight's pole shuffle. Heat race number 3 about to roll off. Cut number 10, Murray Howe, lines up alongside the 19 of David Sanford, the 83 of Shannon Adamson. He's going to line up alongside Robert Bowden in car number 16 on the 3rd row. We are green and 3 wide already in the mid-pack of this race. Keep an eye on the 9 of Jordan McDonald with DNF in heat number 1 as this cushion starts to build, and 4, nearly 5 wide up for turn number 4. Oh, contact. Oh, this is a very sketchy heat race. Nearly 4 wide again. Oh, Shannon Adamson got into a couple of cars, and old Gavin Sadler's working to the outside. Cushion starting to develop on the top side of the racetrack around Lanier. You're watching Adamson and Sadler battle it out for 4th and 5th right now. Murray Howe, your pole sitter's fallen back to 4th, and look at Jordan McDonald put a slider on Jared Steen for 2nd. Steen now looks to the inside of Sanford. 3 wide for the race lead. McDonald got into the right rear of Steen, that was. Now it's on. McDonald puts a slider on Sanford. Sanford with a crossover. I think we're about 5 down and 5 to run. And there it is, McDonald. He's gone to the top side. He's hooking the right rear on the cushion. And you'll see the number 9 machine starting to pull away from the field. Sadler up to position number 4. As he got him getting on the inside of the 10 of Murray Howe. Howe in the show helix, car number 10, the black and white machine on the outside. Sadler in the race merge, car number 71. Sadler doing a nice job, started dead last in heat race number 3. This is the final heat race of the night before we get into the pole shuffle. So you're watching Colby Baker on screen in that number 86 machine. Bit of airtime for Colby Baker. And looks like the checkers are out. So Jordan McDonald will come away with the win. 2nd is going to go to David Sanford. 3rd, he's going to be Jared Steen. 4th, he's going to be Gavin Sadler. Colby Baker rounds out the top 5. 6th is going to be Murray Howe. 7th, Shannon Adamson. 8th is going to be Griffin Gardner. 9th is going to be Robert Bowden. 10th is going to be Isaac Edwards. And 11th is going to be the 68 of Cameron Tanner. And the 31 of Stefan Adams with a D and F. And we normally would have a chat to our winner. But seeing as he's in race control and he's looking after the grids, we won't take up any more of his time. In fact, we might have a chat with him when the points are done. So well done to Jordan McDonald, keeping up the 3rd and final heat race of the night. The pole shuffle to come up next. So still plenty of racing. I believe it is our top 6, I think. Let me go back to confirm this one. So we're going to get confirmation on that one. Stick around. We're going to pay a couple of bills, and we'll come back for tonight's pole shuffle. You're watching the Dirt New Zealand Midget Series live from Lanier National Speedway, live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
This Midgets has been a blast.
No, you can't compare it to any other sport out there. It's not like any ball sport or anything like that. When you're going down the straightaway at 100 plus miles an hour and you got a car that's 2 inches from you or less than a foot from you on the inside and you both go in and throw it into the corner, you just have to trust that it's going to stick.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe.
the Northwest Focus Midgets has been a blast.
No, you can't compare it to any other sport out there. It's not like any ball sport or anything like that. When you're going down the straightaway at 100+ miles an hour and you got a car that's 2 inches from you or less than a foot from you on the inside and you both go in and throw it into the corner, you just have to trust that it's going to stick.
Racing, you wanted the best, you got them for a breast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
I grew up in Northern California. My parents were just really big race fans and took my sister and I to, sprint car races pretty much every Friday and Saturday night. So I did outlaw kart racing from 7 till I was 14. And then that's when I got into 360 and 410 wing sprint cars. There's just something about dirt racing that's just, you can't get anywhere else. I enjoy going back to race them whenever I can. I get to run about 20 to 25 dirt races a year and try and put on a show every time I'm there.
Battle for the lead. Kyle Larson to the inside of Shane Stewart. Slide job, no. Larson unable to complete the pass. He'll follow Shane Stewart down the back straightaway. Stewart makes the move to the inside of Craig Kinsler. Kyle Larson goes around the outside out of turn 4. You've got a new race leader. Kyle Larson from 9th leads on lap number 23.
I'm probably just a little more relaxed, I guess, at the dirt track just because it's for fun, where the NASCAR stuff, it's points racing and a lot bigger sponsors and stuff you have to please and all that. You're there for 3 days a week, so your approach is a little bit different there, where sprint cars you're there for 5 or 6 hours and moving on to the next racetrack. So I've been on iRacing, I think, since 2009 or 10. Yeah, I remember, starting out, as a rookie on there, in the legends and the late models and stuff like that. And that was fun to, have to try and get your licenses up and stuff. But it's amazing to me how, now that I get to race on a lot of the tracks that are on there, how to the T, similar because of the laser scanning and stuff like that. So all the bumps and all the visual aspects of it are very good. So when I first got to like K&N and then the Nationwide Series at the time, I would race iRacing all the time to learn as much as I could about the racetrack before I went to the actual racetrack to race. So to me, it's just for fun now. So I enjoy going on there. Actually, I don't enjoy going on there all the time because I don't win a lot. So it's frustrating to see myself struggle to run top 10 in an Xfinity race or something like that and get beat by Logan Seavey every time I run a sprint car. So the level of competition on iRacing is better than real life. You've got thousands of drivers on there that, a lot of them are probably better than the people you see on TV. They just haven't had the opportunities to make it. but can kick butt on there, and you can spend all day long running thousands of laps a day, so you can get yourself, you know, really good at it. So competition level is just unbelievable, really, on there. I mean, everybody's been asking for dirt on there for forever. So when they announced it, I got really, really excited. And honestly, it's blown my expectations away. The cars, to me, drive really good when the track's hooked up. The visual part of the racetrack changing is amazing. How you can run some laps and see it start to get shiny, and then you feel it getting, you know, slick. You know, areas of the racetrack getting dirty, and then, you know, you get some cars run through there and it cleans off and gets grip back. It's nuts. You know, the tear-off feature is really cool. You know, watching the wing move backwards and forwards. I run with the virtual reality headset too, so being able to like look down and see everything, it looks extremely realistic. So yeah, it blew my expectations away. And it's only gonna get better, really.
Alright, welcome back to Ultimate TV. We're getting set for tonight's polish off. We do apologise for the little bit of a lengthy delay there. Admins had to calculate the points on some of the drivers, and so when you have our top 6 in points, we're going to have a pole shuffle. We'll have 5 races to determine the starting order from 6th all the way through to position number 1. Well, I can tell you, the 77 of James Halliburton, he will go up against the 86 of Colby Baker. Now, Colby Baker will have a lane choice in tonight's pole shuffle. Then your 4th highest in points was kind of a 79 of Ben McSweeney. He will then come out onto the racetrack and verse the winner, the 077 of Vince Romeo. He will then come out onto the racetrack and he will race off for 3rd and 4th position. Then we have the 91 of Jared Steen. He's our 2nd highest in points. He will race off against the winner of the previous pole shuffle. For positions 2 or 3, the winner will start on the front row. The loser will start out of position 3. And tonight's highest point scorer, the 71 of Gavin Sadler, will race for a front row starting position. The worst he can start is position number 2. The best, obviously, pole position. So we are just waiting on a couple of these cars. In fact, we're waiting on the 77. In fact, here he is right now, James Halliburton. He's going to line up alongside Colby Baker in the first of 5 pole shuffles here. 2 laps around Lanier. Winner will advance. Loser will start out of position number 6. Alright, so out rolls Baker. Waiting on Halliburton. Alright boys, let's go, come on. And we are back here in the 7th place car, Nathan Clive. He's going to roll out onto the racetrack behind the 86 of Colby Baker as he leads us into turn number 1 and 2. 1 lap in the books and 1 lap left to run. Nathan Clive getting a little bit sideways. Velocity number 14. But into turn number 3 and 4, it's going to be Colby Baker. He's going to advance onto the next round of the pole shootout. I have to apologise, I was having a chat before, but it seems that I forgot to unmute. So out comes the 79 of Ben McSweeney. The loser will start out of position number 5. The winner will advance to the second row of the grid. Well, Colby Baker, he's got a chance to go from 5th all the way up to a potential front row start. We'll see what he can do. So out rolls the 79 of McSweeney and Colby Baker. So McSweeney has lane choice. Each new car that comes onto the racetrack will have lane choice, and I dare say we're going to go around one more time. Well, it looks like they're getting set to go green this time. No, they're going to go round one more time from race control. So just trying to settle the nerves a little bit here. Baker and McSweeney. At the moment, their fastest laps throughout the heats are within 6 1/1000ths of a second between each other. Here we go. Baker on the inside, McSweeney on the outside. Green is out, 2 laps on the board. Baker slides up, McSweeney looks to cross back underneath, down the back straight away into 3 and 4 for the first time in pole shuffle. Race number 2, a slider from McSweeney, and Baker, I think, had it to the naked eye. Into 1 and 2, a great side-by-side battle. McSweeney on the top side. Baker going to dive low and going to slide up in front of teammate. Oh, what a hits the brakes and crosses back underneath. Oh, McSweeney with a drive off turn number 4. To my eyes, Ben McSweeney will pick up the win. Great from confirmation from race control. McSweeney staying on the racetrack. Colby Baker back into pit road, and he will start out of position number 5. And out rolls our third highest point scorer in the 077. It is Vince Romeo. So Romeo opting to choose the top side of the racetrack. We could be going green out of turn 4, and we are racing here. Once again, Romeo has the top spot. McSweeney through the middle now. Romeo, well, he powers off for turn number 4, and thank you, Trading Paints, just for ruining. So I apologise for that one. Nothing I can do there. Romeo into 3 and 4, and Romeo, well, he makes a little mistake. McSweeney got one last chance. Is not going to happen. Romeo will continue on. McSweeney will start out of position number 4. And now we have the 91 of Jared Steen coming out onto the racetrack to take on Vince Romeo. The winner will advance to the front row of tonight's main event. The loser will start out of position number 3. So, Romeo just going to catch the 91 of Jared Steen. So here we go into turn number 3. Could be getting the green flag this time. No, it looks like we're going to go around one more time. These drivers need to be side by side when they get the green, and well, for a front row starting position, this is a big pole shuffle. This cushion is starting to build here. Steen on the outside, Romeo on the inside. They come to the line. Nearly together. Romeo takes the line away from Steen into turn number 1 and 2, but Steen will look to come back on the inside into turn number 3 and 4. He's running the low side. Romeo hits the cushion and gets the momentum coming off of turn number 4. 1 down, 1 to run. Oh, Steen with a huge mistake in turns 1 and 2. That's all what you're going to give Vince Romeo the race win here in the pole shuffle, and it's going to be an all-Australian front row with tonight's highest point scorer being the 71 of Gavin Sadler coming out of pit road here in just a moment. So Romeo will take on Sadler. The winner of this one will start out of position number 1. The loser will start out of position number 2. And that'll have set for our feature here later on. So Sadler just making one quick change onto that race car. So we'll see that 71 come back onto pit road. So, word coming through. Vince Romeo out of fuel. Which therefore, I mean, since he's unable to compete in the next race, he will start out of position number 2, and that will allow Gavin Sadler the pole position for tonight's main event. And we're going to have a 35 lap feature event here at Lanier, which will be live in just a moment, so stick around. We're going to play one little quick ad break and come back with tonight's feature from Lanier, round number 2 of the Dirt New Zealand Midgets series, live on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Running with the Northwest Focus Midgets has been a blast.
No, you can't compare it to any other sport out there. It's not like any ball sport or anything like that. When you're going down the straightaway at 100 plus miles an hour and you got a car that's 2 inches from you or less than a foot from you on the inside and you both go in and throw it into the corner, you just have to trust that it's going to stick.
The Northwest Focus Midgets has been a blast.
No, you can't compare it to any other sport out there. It's not like any ball sport or anything like that. When you're going down the straightaway at 100 plus miles an hour and you got a car that's 2 inches from you or less than a foot from you on the inside and you both go in and throw it into the corner, you just have to trust that it's going to stick.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We have the feature race getting set here in just a moment, waiting on the cars to grid up quickly. While we have the cars on the racetrack, we're going to go through and explain just a few things. You'll see it says 41 laps to go. That is indeed, or 40 to go. That is indeed incorrect. It is going to be a 35 lap feature event. The initial start will not be going on the green flag behind the pace truck. They are going to have 5 laps to roll around and get the grid sorted. Once the grid is sorted, we're going to go on lap number 5, giving us a 35 lap main event. Well, and in regards to that, here it is. Alright, starting at the back of the bus, out of position number 17, it will be car number 31, that is going to be Stefan Adams. Out of position number 16, it's car number 68 of Cameron Tanner to his inside. Out of position 15, the 35 of Isaac Edwards. Out of position 14, number 19 of David Sanford. And starting out of position number 13, the 32 of Callan Arthur. Starting out of position number 12, we'll see the 9 of Jordan McDonald. And starting out of position number 11, it's going to be the 16 of Robert Bowden. Outside row number 5, car number 77. That will be James Halliburton to his inside, starting out of position number 9. It's going to be car number 10 of Murray Howe. Murray Howe out of position number 8, so not going green this time by. Scheduled to start out of position number 7 is going to be car number 4, Griffin Gardner. Looks like Shannon Adamson is going to start out of either 8th or 9th. And tonight, the pole shuffle results. Starting out of position number 6 in car number 14 is going to be Nathan Clive. Starting out of position 5, it's going to be the 86 of Colby Baker. Outside of row number 2, the 79 of Ben McSweeney. Alongside him in car number 91 out of position number 3, that's going to be Jared Steen. And the Aussie Invasion, the Aussie front row tonight in the 077. Vince Romeo will start out of position number 2. And starting on tonight's pole position in car number 71, it will be Gavin Sadler. So Gavin Sadler starts on pole. Along with him is going to be Vince Romeo. So we are getting set for tonight's feature event as we're on lap 3, so the drivers are still going to roll around for a couple more laps. And then it is going to be go time. For the second round of the Dirt New Zealand Midgets Series, last week at Limaland, round number 2 tonight at Lanier, 2 of the shortest dirt tracks we have at the moment. So one more lap and we'll get set to roll off. Yeah, in fact, the pace starts to pick it up and we are green here at Lanier. So we'll keep an eye. All cautions are controlled by iRacing now. So if there's any yellows, it is in the hands of iRacing. Keep an eye on the 9 of Jordan McDonald. Whoa, he is up top 3 wide as come off of turn number 4. And the yellow flag is out early on. We're in tonight's feature event. It looks like the 14 of Nathan Clive is upside down along with Murray Howe in the 10. Well, so those drivers finding themselves back on pit road already. So not the start that these guys would have wanted. So an early caution here, something that we hadn't seen in the heat races and pole shuffles. There's no yellows in those ones. So Gavin Sadler is your race leader. Vince Romeo, Jared Steen, Ben McSweeney, Colby Baker in position at number 5. Jordan McDonald, Griffin Gardner, James Halliburton, David Sanford and Callan Arthur rounding out your top 10. Lights are still on the pace truck as hopefully those flashing lights turn off, and in fact they do. So 32 laps left to run here, so we've completed just 3 laps in tonight's main event. And Gavin Sadler will have command of the field. Vince Romeo, Jared Steen, your top 3. Ben McSweeney and Colby Baker keep an eye on the number 9 of Jordan McDonald in 6, and we're back underway. Immediately to the outside in car number 79.
Yellow flag is out.
Whoa, the move there from McDonald to put the move on his teammate Colby Baker in turns 3 and 4 just as the yellow came out. Well, Baker was scored in front and McDonald was still going to be stuck in 5th place. It looks like the 32 of Callan Arthur is going to find himself in pit road as well. So early couple of cautions here tonight in the main event, and unfortunately, well, the yellow laps, they do count towards the 35 lap feature event. At least the ticker and the overlays are working properly. That's the main thing. So Sadler continuing to lead the field, trying to get one for the Aussies over the Kiwis. Right now, Nathan Clive, Murray Howe, Callan Arthur, they are all in pit road. Lights are out. We're getting set to go to green flag racing off turn number 4, this time by. So Sadler gets us back underway here at Lanier. We're going to continue to go to the bottom side of the racetrack. Vince Romeo goes up top, and he's now got pressure here from Jared Steen on the inside. Romeo continuing to ride on top of the racetrack right now. Steen looks to the inside, and a great, we've got a car around. 31 of Stefan Adams, just around it, turns 3 and 4. And there are a couple of cars behind him, so a great little scrap going on here between Jared Steen and Vince Romeo. Steen in that dirt division, number 91. So the drivers catch up to the iRacing pace truck as the lights are still flashing down the back straight away. They should be on 2 to green. At the moment, therefore the lights should go off here, giving us a 22 lap restart. In fact, the flashing lights do go off, so we are getting set to return to the drop of the green flag. Gavin Sadler will have command of the field, and he's been obviously the driver to beat tonight. He's putting some good consistent laps, picked up a win in the heat race and come from the back to pick up a 3rd or 4th, I believe. Sadler as a pace truck enters the infield. We're back underway. Jared Steen has 2nd place. 3rd is going to go to Vince Romeo. He's got McSweeney and Jordan McDonald on the outside of his teammate right now. McDonald through the middle in turns number 3 and 4. Romeo looking to the outside of Steiner. Whoa, that was close. The cushion, Romeo's looking for it. Turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Romeo has second. Oh, he's just driven that thing in deep right now.
Yellow flag is out.
And Romeo goes upside down, as does the 9 of Jordan McDonald. And for the second week in a row, the 9 machine is going to end up with a DNF out of fuel, or forgetting to put fuel in last week, to now getting caught up in a single car wreck that Vince Romeo just jumped the cushion. McDonald having nowhere to go, and he is out of the event in this one. Well, that was going to be a race for the ages between Steen, Romeo and McDonald. Sadler had just checked out. So our lights are back on the pace truck. 2 more laps around the pace truck before we get the green flag. And in fact, they are off now, so... Does Jared Steen, does he have anything? Always Ben McSweeney. Colby Baker in 4th. 5th is Robert Bowden. So 11 cars left here on the lead lap. Sadler continuing to dominate at the moment. And he'll lead us back to the flag stand. 18 laps left to run here in the main event tonight. In a great battle for our minor places. A 4-car battle right now. Your top, whoa, contact as McSweeney put a slider on Steen. In comes Baker with a slide job. Here comes Griffin in the 4-car. Robert Bowden in car number 16 as well. This is an unbelievable race right now. Baker working to the outside in turns number 1 and 2. His teammate McSweeney in front of him. Also one on the top side of the racetrack. They're starting to catch your race leader, Gavin Sadler. Oh, the wrong camera angles. I just love it. Battle is on for the race lead. McSweeney, slide job on Sadler. Baker looking to the outside of Sadler now. And this is almost 3 wide into turn 3 and 4. The 2 team cars up the top of the racetrack. Sadler trying to hang on for the Aussies right now on the low side. Sweeney, he is gone. He is starting to check out right now. He's starting to put some distance. It was half a second. It's now gone out. He's put a 10th between him and his teammate of Colby Baker. Ken McSweeney. He started the night off with a heat win. Can he pick up tonight's feature event? Baker in 2nd. 3rd is Sadler. Let me go back to Bowden and Sanford. Griffin and Steen are back in position number 7. So Sanford in the 19, the white, green and black machine. You're watching Robert Bowden in car 16. Sadler, well, he's just consolidating right now. 8 to run to less than a heat race distance here in the main event tonight, and Ben McSweeney, he is just gone right now. 3/4 of a second between himself and his teammate Colby Baker. Although it looks the same, he's actually put 2.5 tenths on him in the last couple of laps. We'll see what the gap is this time by. It's a little bit less of a gap difference now, as Baker just starting to reel him in. Put in half a tenth quicker on the previous lap. 14.775. Colby Baker's fastest lap. McSweeney with a 14.843. Baker's hit the fastest lap of the race so far. But he's just started to drift away once again from the 79 of McSweeney. 4 to run. Sadler in third. Fourth is Bowden. Then you go back to Sanford, who rounds out the top 5.
Yellow.
Oh, Yellow is out with 3 to run. And who is that upside down? That's the 68 of Cameron Tanner. And with the Yellow coming out, it's 3 laps per caution. That will mean the win will go to the 79 of Ben McSweeney. And Jordan, can you get those guys to change their names in Discord to the correct names? Otherwise they won't get interviews. I'll just interview the guys that have got the correct names, please, and thank you. So that will do it here for round number 2, as the white flag is out behind the pace truck. And behind the pace truck, coming out of turn number 4, there it is. Ben McSweeney gets credited with the win. Second will officially go to Colby Baker. In fact, let's bring up our finishing results as we'll wait for the donuts. So McSweeney doing a nice job of sending everybody dizzy there. But here it is, the finishing results. Ben McSweeney comes away with the win. Colby Baker comes home in second. Third is going to go to Gavin Sadler. Robert Bowden comes home in fourth. Fifth, David Sanford. Griffin Gardner comes home in sixth. Jared Steen in seventh. Eighth is Stefan Adams. Ninth is Shannon Adamson. Isaac Edwards rounds out our top 10. And we go over the page. 11th, Cameron Tanner, who did bring out the last yellow flag in that one. Jordan McDonald in 12th. 13th was Vince Romeo. James Halliburton in 14th. Callan Arthur 15th. Murray Howe 16th. 17th, Nathan Clive. And that was our 17 car field. Grant Brown and Bailey Clive, both DNS in this one, as we are going to have a chat with, hopefully, our top 3. So there's our winner. There is our second place driver. Third place driver of Gavin Sadler has gone. So we won't have a chat with Gavin Sadler, but we are going to have a chat with our race winner in Victory Lane. And coming home in first place and picking up the checkered flag, Ben McSweeney. Ben, congratulations on a win there. You had to work for that one, but when you got out in front, it was smooth sailing.
Yeah, it was good racing, good fun. Yeah, pretty intense, just trying to not put myself on the wall. But after the yellow flag came out, I knew I had it, so I was pretty wrapped with that.
And what's it like putting a midget up on top of the cushion there, being so close to the wall?
It's fun, pretty intimidating, because if you get it wrong, then you've just done yourself, and that's your race over.
Oh, man,
but it's one of the only ways to be fast, I guess.
Oh man, well look, congratulations on putting the number 79 in Victory Lane here. You got any people you want to thank, any sponsors, shout outs?
Yeah, just like to thank Phoenix Sim Sports and Jordan McDonnell for putting all the work into the setups, and EMR Industries, Furniture Hub, Virtual to Reality, Knight Rider Designs, Poulton Films, Seals Winslow, and TIL Freight. The team sponsors, I'd just like to thank them.
Alright, there we have it. Ben McSweeney coming away with the feature win. Looks like we're not going to interview second or third, so congratulations to Ben McSweeney, Colby Baker, and Gavin Sadler, your top 3. That'll conclude everything here from the Dirt New Zealand Midget Series at Lanier live on Ultimate TV. Round number 2 is complete. Next week we'll be back in action for the Dirt New Zealand as they will contest round number 3. Once again, we want to thank the sponsors here. We want to thank WP Concreting, the Dirt New Zealand, Virtual to Reality Esports, along with the Ultimate Dirt TV sponsors as well. If you do want to be a part of the sponsors here on Ultimate Dirt TV, feel free to get in contact with the page on Facebook, and we're going to be doing our best to get all of our races uploaded to YouTube as well. So feel free to give us a subscribe on YouTube, like the social media page of Facebook as well, give us a like and follow, along with the sponsors as well, that make it happen. We want to thank the Dirt New Zealand, give those guys a like on Facebook, along with WP Concreting, Virtual to Reality, and also TeamVLR.com as well. Well, on behalf of everyone here at Ultimate TV, my name is Brett Wheeler signing off. We'll see you back here next week.